What's going on, fam? Welcome back to the channel for yet another tech video. So today we're going to be checking out another awesome headset from our friends over at Creative SoundBlaster. So now you guys might remember that we reviewed the SoundBlaster H6 headphones on the channel already, and these have pretty much been my daily drivers ever since. Well, they have now sent out their SXFI gamer headset, which is supposed to be quite a step up when it comes to features and sound quality and stuff like that. But is it really worth the $130 price tag? Let's find out. Alright guys, so now that we have the headset out of the box right here, let's take a look at some tech specs. So this headset features 50mm neodymium magnet drivers that have a frequency response of 20 to 20,000 hertz. The SXFI Gamer also features a microphone right here that connects to the headset, featuring their in-person technology that is supposed to make your team comms just that much better. So this mic right here has a frequency response of 100 to 16,000 hertz and a sensitivity of -42 dB. And we will be doing a sound test on it later in the video. Okay, so what is the main draw for the SXFI Gamer headset here? Well, SoundBlaster claims that this headset has the best microphone in their commander mic that we just talked about, and they also highly tout the experience of the surround sound in these headphones with their holographic algorithm that maps out your head and your ear sizes, and it is supposed to give you a more precise and tailored sound experience just for you. Now, again, we already took a look at this technology when I reviewed the H6 headphones right here, and I do believe it works and it sounds great. But I said already in that video that using surround sound in like competitive games like Call of Duty or CSGO or something like that can sometimes give you a false sense of where your enemies actually are, because things start to sound really far away and you can start hearing sounds from all over the place that are unneeded, because especially in Call of Duty's case, the game is so freaking loud. So now SoundBlaster claims they have also addressed this with the new battle mode feature that they included in these headphones, and they are now supposed to combat those extraneous noises we just talked about and focus on what you really need to hear in a competitive esports environment. So we're definitely going to be taking a listen to this and see if it's actually true. But first, let's go ahead and go over a couple of features of this headset. So the first thing I want to note about the headset is the connectivity options of the headset. So number one, this is not a wireless or Bluetooth headset at all. So just had to put that out there before you guys ask in the comments. Now this is a USB-C connected headset, which means that it will not have to rely on any of your motherboard's audio actually, or a discrete sound card, which is actually a good thing for these because it is connected via the USB-C. So everything is done inside the headphones here. Now there is an extra option to connect via an analog 3.5mm cable, and if you want to run it to a sound card, which I do, you can actually do that. But most of this review we're going to be doing, I'm going to be sticking to the USB-C connection here, because that's where you're going to be able to experience the SXFI features of the headset that are not available when connecting via 3.5mm cable. So basically, once you go on analog with this headset, you're basically solely controlled by your own sound card. Now, speaking of this USB-C cable, they include, which is a reinforced Kevlar cable, which I can only assume they did it to make it very strong and prevent snags. But one downfall of this is a weird sound you end up getting when, like, right into the ear cup here, when you end up like rubbing it or accidentally like it rubs against your clothes or whatever. It puts a weird noise right into your ear cup, so just be aware of that. Along with the USB-C cable, they include a dongle to convert USB-C to USB-A. So if you are worried about having to have a USB-C port on your computer, laptop, or whatever, don't worry, it works just fine with this little dongle on top. And this also gives the headset the ability to connect to many more devices and more platforms, including the PC, Mac, Nintendo Switch, PS4, and Android phones. And now this headset will also work with the iPad Pro via USB-C port, so those kind of users can experience the headset as well. Now, like I said before, most of the features can only be used when in USB-C mode. And one of those features that you'll lose out on if you choose to go in 3.5mm analog mode is the RGB lighting here on the sides of the ear cups, which is definitely a shame because it looks really freaking good on these headphones. And the printing on the outside of the ear cup right here looks very futuristic sort of, and it has the words Super SXFI headphone holography printed on them. The color consistency is great, and you have the choice of turning the RGB off, setting to one color, which you can actually set in the software, and I'll get to how you do that here shortly, as well as setting it to the RGB spectrum mode. And these can all be toggled via the lighting button on the left ear cup, and they give you a sound cue in your ears so that way you know which selection that you have made as well. Other buttons around the headset include the SXFI button, which toggles that on and off. You'll also have a volume scroll wheel and a mic mute button. So it's easy just to say right now, guys, you get a sound cue for pretty much everything you do. And now that mic mute button can also be indicated by the little red light that is on the front of the microphone. So when you have the mic on, it'll stay solid, and then when you turn the mic off to mute it, it'll flash red. Now let's talk about the build quality of these headphones. So what I can see and feel right here, construction is very nice, and it has a premium look to it as well. Nothing rattles around, and it doesn't feel flimsy at all. It has a nice amount of flex, and the ear cups also rotate around a little bit to fit a wider variety of head sizes, which is nice. And along with this, the headband is also adjustable, and it can lock right in place when you start and finish using the adjusting part of it. So the only part of the build quality that I think could be a little bit better is the headband here. So now, don't get me wrong, it's okay, but when you actually gamer string for long periods of time and you have this thing on your head right here, this headband can definitely give you some sort of like hot spot on the top of your head. Now, this is the same thing I noticed when I was using the H6 headphones. Yeah, so these like headbands are a little bit thin and don't have a lot of padding, so I noticed that with this as well. But this one clamps against your head a little bit better, so it takes a little bit more pressure off of the headband. So it definitely is improved from the other headset, in my opinion. Now, changing gears a bit here, what they actually did improve drastically on this headset are the ear cups. Now, these are now made with premium leatherette material and have memory foam in them, so they are extremely comfortable on the ears and have never, ever given me any hot spots in that area. So these ear cups are also removable and replaceable in case you ever need to do that. And basically to do that, you just have to twist them off and take them off, and then you can do the same thing to put them right back on. Another plus with these ear cups is wearing glasses. So I went ahead and threw these on so you guys can see this real quick. And I always wear them when I stream and whatnot, so I have not had any problems when I have this headset on, as they usually sit right here on the memory foam, and the memory foam just kind of conforms around your glasses right here, providing comfort, not pain. So it's pretty cool. If you're a glass wearer like I am, you guys will be just fine. All right, now let's take a closer look at the removable commander mic that is included with this headset and see if it actually delivers on their claims of being able to effectively distinguish human voice and ambient noise and focus on suppressing noise, thus enhancing that audible speech. Take a listen and tell me what you guys think. Okay guys, so now we're over at my computer, and right now what you're hearing is the audio from my Rode Pod mic. If you guys watch my streams, you'll know that I just upgraded to this thing. So obviously we're not going to compare this to the commander mic here that's on the headset, but I just wanted to give you guys an example of another microphone. This is an actual XLR microphone and everything like that. So this is what this sounds like, just to give you guys a baseline. A couple of plosive sounds for you guys. Peter, Piper, picked a pickled peppers. There you go. So a little example for you. And right now we're going to go ahead and switch over to the commander mic on the headphones, and you guys can listen to what it sounds like. Okay guys, so now we are fully on the commander mic here on the headset. So this is the audio you're hearing. There's no effects on it, no nothing. This is just straight out of the headset here, and what SoundBlaster has done with their new mic here. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where is the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? There you go. I can't believe I can do that entire thing. But anyway, let's go ahead and do a couple more tests here. Like maybe let me tap on it. There you go. That's what that sounds like. And then let me go ahead and maybe like take the mic and move it up a little bit while I'm talking to you guys. Test, test, test. Testing, testing. I'm talking. Hello, 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 hello. Testing and seeing if the mic is a little bit different, moving away. Then move it a little further away from my mouth. You guys can get kind of an idea of what happens when the mic moves, you know, a little further away. From just looking at the waveforms in OBS right now, it seems like as soon as I move the mic a little bit away, I mean, obviously the waveforms go down, but yeah, it seems like it may change the sound quite a bit. So it looks like just by looking at the waveforms, you might want to keep it right in line with your mouth. Obviously, it's kind of an obvious thing here. But let me go ahead and grab a I got a keyboard right here, so let me go ahead and just maybe do a couple little typing thocks and whatnot, and see if you guys can hear that while I'm doing this. So I'm gonna keep the keyboard first right down here where it should be. So here you go. So there you go. There's a little bit of a test so you guys can see. If you guys have clicky keyboards, it may be different, but this one's a linear one. So, I mean, I'm just mashing keys right there. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but there you go. So now that we've taken a closer look at the microphone, let's dive deeper into the sound that comes out of these headphones and whether they actually deliver on their mind-blowing technology with headphone holography and their new battle mode feature. So battle mode is supposed to offer the best audio projection and directionality, meaning you're supposed to be able to basically pinpoint where your enemies are in game and hear them before they hear you. Unless, well, they also have this headset on, which in case, you know, good luck, have fun, it's anybody's game at that point. So I used this headset quite extensively and jumped into a ton of games of Call of Duty Modern Warfare on stream, as you guys probably saw. And what I really noticed in the SXFI mode is it really does enhance the experience by providing a surround sound experience right in your ears with battle mode enabled, and it seems to increase the highs without being too sharp, and it really does increase the bass in battle mode, so those low-end noises like footsteps and doors opening can actually be heard very easily. Now trust me, I know how bad COD's audio experience can be, so having this help out just even a little bit was a nice surprise. I noticed how much I actually really do enjoy this mode even more when I switched battle mode off for a while and game without it and then turned it back on. So I noticed that the stock sound without it on is actually pretty neutral in my ears in USB-C mode, and I noticed that when I switch it right back on, I can definitely hear all those, you know, different noises amplified again, and I really do enjoy that experience. Now, going back to just the regular SXFI mode without battle mode, I think it's actually pretty good, but I would mainly suggest using this for like consuming content on YouTube or whatever, like or watching movies or just listening to music. I found it particularly enjoyable when I was actually watching a hockey game with this on, and it seems like it's tuned really well for events like this where you want to feel like you're right there in the arena. Now, it does provide a very cool and unique experience, but at the expense of a little bit of your time. Let me explain. So you first have to go through the whole process of downloading an app, then mapping your face like we did in the H6 video. Then you have to download another app for your desktop and get it set up there as well by signing into your account and then letting it update. Speaking of the software, this is also where you can tweak a few things like a custom EQ wave, you can enable or disable battle mode, and this is where you can also customize your RGB colors. So it's actually very simple, as you can just basically set what you want for your single color to be when you select it on the headset, and also what colors you want to use when you're in the RGB wave mode. Okay, now we switch back to the microphone on the headset for the conclusion. So basically, in conclusion here, I think Creative have a really great product in this headset, as I really enjoy the look and the feel they went with, definitely trying to appeal to gamers and streamers, and I really like the technology they put into this headset with the commander mic and battle mode, as those could be basically two things that someone might choose this headset for, rather than buying an entire whole headset, broadcast mic, mic arm, and interface setup. One more thing I wanted to tell you, by the way, when you're talking in these headphones right here through the commander mic, you also have a monitor that's on, so you will hear yourself while you're talking. I wanted to point that out because I totally forgot to say that earlier. But yeah, you can hear your own voice in your ears. It's not crazy, and it like won't distract you too much, but it's definitely there, so I wanted you guys to know. So anyway, guys, tell me what you thought of this headset down in the comments below, and what you like most about it. So hopefully you guys learned a little something today from me, and if you did, go ahead and drop the video a like, as it helps me out a ton. And if you want to make sure that you don't miss my next video, go ahead and get subscribed with the notifications on, and become a part of the Visuals fam. Anyway, guys, until the next video, you take care and have an awesome day. I'll see you later.